zealous, zeal, to yearn for, yearning, WILY, ZENITH, YOLK, YELP, to yelp, access, AVID, AVIDLY, to yield, yield, YEARN, WREATH, to wrangle, what in the world? ZEAL, enthusiastic and keen. I'm a zealous supporter of the party. I'm a zealous aficionado of martial arts. I've got a great zeal for reading. I'm zealous about traveling. To yearn for, to feel great desire for. Yearning, strong desire. I don't yearn for a fortune. I yearn for my daughter's happiness. My wife yearns for life balance, kindness, and good shape. Wily, cunning, like a fox. I don't trust wily people. That politician is wily enough to get a good score. I prefer being straightforward and sincere to being wily. Wily doesn't sound moral. Zenith, the highest point. I don't believe I reached the zenith of anything, or maybe I reached the zenith of physical attractiveness a decade ago. The sun is at its zenith, so it's really hot and stifling. Yolk, yellow part of the egg. Muggle is made of yolks. Sometimes an egg has two yolks. To make muggle, you have to beat up some yolks with sugar. Yelp, a sudden sharp cry. To yelp, to give such cry. My dog used to yelp when he didn't want to be locked in the room. I hear yelps pretty rarely as I live in the city. In the horror novels I read, some men sometimes yelp out of pain. Axis, a line on which a thing turns, an axis of the earth, axis of the shaft, axis of the cylinder. Axis. Avid, eager, avidly, eagerly. I'm avid when I start doing something, but in time I become less and less avid, and I stop doing that thing. I lose my zeal. So first, I'm very avid, but I tend to burn out. Is it possible to be avid all the time? To yield. Produce naturally, to grow. My mom's allotment yields many fresh veggies and fruit. I used to grow chives when I was a kid, but my yield was little. Still, the yield was enough to make a sandwich a week. I yearn. A story. I like good yarns. I yearn for good yarns when I drive. A good yarn is all I need when I'm bored. Stephen King writes great yarns. The last yarn he told me was about a kidnapper. A yarn. A wreath. A garland of flowers placed on the grave or the shoulders for the victory. I've never got a wreath. I will have a wreath at my funeral. You are all going to get some wreaths on our graves. If you're an active sportsman, you may get a wreath sometime. To wrangle, to quarrel angrily. I used to wrangle several times in my life, but I regret it. I regret wrangling. To wrangle, to quarrel angrily. I used to wrangle several times in my life, but I regret wrangling. Wrangling is futile. Wrangling is always in vain. Don't wrangle, folks. What in the world? What on earth? What the hell? What in the world are the politicians doing in the country? What in the world I was thinking about picking such a fancy restaurant for a regular dinner? What in the world am I doing this for? Try to guess the word. Enthusiastic and keen? Zealous. Feel great desire for? To yearn for. Cunning like a fox. Wily. The highest point? Zenith. Yellow part of the egg? Yolk. A sudden sharp cry? Yelp. A line on which a thing turns? Access. Eager? Avid. To produce naturally, to grow? To yield. A story? Yarn. A garland of flowers placed on the grave? A wreath. To quarrel angrily? To wrangle. What on earth? What the hell? What in the world?